Well, the results were pouring in small percentages, like 4 polling station out of 200, 26 polling station out of 497. So they were only a fraction of the results of a constituency, to say the least. Certain channels try to create a hype based on, as is told my colleagues here, totally unethical, unprofessional, and bias, leading the viewers as if the results are already out. So even by that standard, this entire team is compiling the data. We have a database here. So we were still leading largest political party on the website, our own working. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just ask you about that? Because you said we're the largest party, but the latest official figures are that there are 55 independents and 43 PMLN. You are not the biggest.
Independent is not a party. Please, for heaven's sake,
no,
let's
but
talk.
We do know that
let's
the
talk.
Independent voters
I don't care.
Khan.
I go by my constitution. I go by my law.
Okay.
And that says the independents have the discretion to join any political party within 72 hours of the announcement of the election result.
Are you looking to try to bring some of the independents?
No, we are not trying to bring the people are wishing to join us. We have already been approached as a political party. I can't disclose the detail of the breakdown, but you see, this is very crucial. This is very crucial, and once the election results, number one, of all the polling stations of each constituencies are received, and an official result is announced by the Election Commission of Pakistan, that merits obviously consideration, number one. Number two, the 72 hours are allowed to have to be allowed for the independent members who have won the election to decide would they like to be throughout the tenure of the National Assembly or the Provincial Assembly independent and form their own group, or they would like to be part of a political party. And that would, the Constitution of Pakistan gives them 72 hours to decide. Thereafter, they have no choice. They cannot join a political party. They can cooperate. They can, they can be part of a coalition as independent group, but they can't be part of a political party. This is very, very crucial. So when I, tweeted this morning that PMLN has emerged as largest political party in National Assembly and has emerged as majority political party in Punjab, I can vouch that.
Is it worrying for you?
No, not at all.
That clearly so many people did vote for a party that's backed by Imran Khan. Or not a party, sorry. Is it worrying for you that clearly so many people voted for candidates that they feel represent Imran Khan?
It's everyone's fundamental right to vote for whosoever they like for. So I can't stop them, and it shouldn't worry.
But at the moment, you are outnumbered by independents.
But we should obviously, concentrate as a political party in future how we are going to deal with this sort of situation. Never happened before that such a large number of independents would win the election. So you have a point, but obviously it doesn't worry me at all.
How many independents have approached you?
I think it will be unfair for me to disclose the number. So I think there are quite a few and good number.
Are you approaching them?
No, we are not approaching anybody yet.
You said that this needs to be addressed in the future. Do you not think it's a good thing that independents can stand like this?
Can you quote me any parliamentary democracy where independents form the government? Quote one. Where independents as a group form the government.
Yes, but there aren't very many political systems where a party.
No, there's the parliamentary system is already established hundreds of years ago. Parliamentary system here is established for hundreds of years ago, and BBC being from the UK, which is the mother of the democratic system. So I haven't seen in my life that independents get together and make a group and they form a government. No, they haven't seen in my life. So I'm sure they will have to decide, the way forward. If they want to join any political parties, which most of them, I understand, do, I think 72 hours are crucial.
All of these, or many of these independent candidates, I would say all of these independent candidates know that the reason they were voted for was because they are seen as representing Imran Khan.
Do
you really think that they are going to join your party, a party that he has repeatedly opposed. Is that credible?
Let me answer you in a different way. When we won the 2013 election, 2018 was totally chaos here, and what I call Project 2011 was rolled out when Imran Khan was launched, PTA was launched, and then till it culminated, there was political sit-ins of 126 days and a second sit-in, and then a religious scholar sit-in against the government. Despite that, we performed the best. 2013-17 till Mr. Nawaz Sharif was disqualified. We had the lowest inflation of 46 years. We had the one of the highest growth. We have the lowest interest rate. We have the lowest export refinance. We have the best stock market of South Asia and the fifth best in the world. So our performance was there, and the foreign exchange reserves the highest. So you see, that's when we became 24th global economy, and we were projected by no other than again a UK-based PricewaterhouseCoopers, that the party, the way they have performed, because the Pakistan was declared before the general election 2013 as macroeconomic unstable country. Second prediction and projection was that no matter which government win the elections in May 2013, it will have to go and declare default within 6 to 7 months. We defeated both, and our performance was then recognized and praised. All rating agencies, all major commercial and the economic houses. So we had won all that. We lost in next 4 years, and we became from 24th to 47th economy. Another thing I would like to flag, why I'm emphasizing single largest party. I'm emphasizing single largest party. In 2013, when we won the election, we had a government in the federal government. We had a clear majority by almost midnight. We had clear majority and a government in the Punjab government. Now the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a province where Mr. Khan, claims to be hails from or most popular, there he wasn't a majority political party. He was the single largest. And we were approached by Jamiyat Ulama Islam, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, to join and make a coalition government there, which we could have done. The numbers are still there on website. But we refused, and we said, let's give the chance to the single largest party to form the government. Once we offered them, obviously the groups and small parties joined him, and that's how he made his majority. Even in 2018, despite the massive, what I call Project 2011 final attempts, and also the maneuvering of things which everybody knows is not me. The global agencies have recorded and made it historic. That was the point when you see he could not even have the simple largest majority government, despite all that background, and he was short of the majority, and then independents and many other parties joined. He only got majority of 4, despite all that.
Okay, Mr. Dar, sorry, I'd like to kind of focus on this particular election.
Please.
Many analysts say that your party has got the backing of the military. Is it worrying that even with the backing of the military, it seems like PMLN are still being outflanked by independents that are sponsored by a man who is in prison?
I don't think this is true. And there is no evidence that we have been backed by the establishment. There is no evidence. Nobody has been able to prove. We had all the evidence of Project 2011 rolled out, sponsoring the political citizens against the government. Despite all those odds, we managed to deliver. And it's not we; it's a Bloomberg. Just few weeks back, declared PMLN's best economic performance in the last 30 years.
But back to the military, you say there's no evidence. You were obviously in a very different position in 2018.
Sure.
When Nawaz Sharif was in prison, when Imran Khan won election.
Sure.
that has obviously turned over quite dramatically. Nawaz Sharif is now out, Imran Khan is in prison. Most people see that dramatic change in fortunes as being down to the military changing who they are behind. Now,
let me answer here.
And you are now, many people perceive it, in favour.
No.
And the big concern, would you not be concerned that you know how this game is played? This will be Nawaz Sharif's fourth time, if he is elected, of being Prime Minister. He knows how things go in and out. So you seem to have made a deal with the military. Is that not a concern? That at some point you will come out the other end of it?
No. I, with all due respect, I beg to differ with your analysis and your comment for one simple reason, that the 2018 elections, prior to 2018 elections, there were 7 years of attempts to bring Mr. Imran Khan in, number one. Number two, everybody is aware, and the time has proved that why Mr. Nawaz Sharif was in prison. He was not prisoned for institutions which no country allows. He was not in prison for a couple of other things. I don't want to just embarrass the other side by giving detail. So we all know Mr. Nawaz Sharif was as a part of Project 2011 in order to bring Mr. Imran Khan party and him as Prime Minister. That entire episode was precasted, and it began with down leaks, if you recall. I was part of the National Security Committee as a member, and it started off there. It didn't settle there. It was followed by Panama leaks, and Mr. Nawaz Sharif's name wasn't there anyway. In the he wasn't.
Family connection.
Family connection, fine, but then all are adults, and at the time has proved that everything was just precasted, and it was planned to just fair enough.
Who was planning it then?
Obviously, the people who rolled out in 2011 Mr. Imran Khan project.
But not the same people that seem to be supporting.
No, not the same people, but the same. Not the same people. He might have retired by now.
Okay.
So they might have still sympathies with Imran Khan. I don't blame them. They have every right after being retired to be liking and voting for anybody he likes or she likes. I'm not blaming them. It's the fundamental right. All we blame is that the way Mr. Nawaz Sharif was, that he was expelled from the premiership based on that he did not declare 10,000, which is about a couple of £1,000 which was a formality to put some figure in for the purpose of taking visa from his son's company in Dubai. So that is everybody now, and then he was disqualified for life. So even the most I would say supportive judges, the former Chief Justice, immediately former Chief Justice, he even gave remarks that this lifetime disqualification isn't the fair and because those who do the treason acts, those who are murderers, even they don't have to be disqualified for entire life. They only are banned for 5 years after they complete the sentence. So this has been so grossly. So the Parliament has now clarified. And by the way, the relevant clause 62(1)(f), under which he was disqualified for life, was silent. It didn't say how long he will be disqualified or she will be disqualified. And it's not only Mr. Nawaz Sharif, it's Jangir Tareen, it's another dozens of other politicians who had been hit by that. But now the Parliament has put a clarification, because wherever the Constitution gives you any broad parameters, and if it is vague, it is the responsibility of the Parliament to give subordinate legislation and clarify. They have clarified the term waiting period would be 5 years after the sentence is over. So you have seen the way the evidence came. The judges confessed that they were forced. Unusual judicial history in the world, that a judge from the Supreme Court had been made monitoring judge to ensure that those two cases, once he was sent home, then they were pursuing for his prison. And the Chief Justice voice verified by the authenticated by the professional agencies, he was saying that we cannot give bail to Mr. Nawaz Sharif or his daughter because it would mean that the next elections we can't achieve the results. This was the former Chief Justice.
If we continue to see the trends that we've seen by this stage in the afternoon of independence,
We can't achieve the results. This was the former Chief Justice.
if we continue to see the trends that we've seen by this stage in the afternoon of independents having more seats than the PMLN, doesn't that damage your credibility if you do form a government?
No, not at all. I asked you only quote me one single parliamentary democracy in which independents will form a government. So if they do not in accordance with the parliamentary traditions, then who would? It is our responsibility. And if the other parties come together and we can perform for the government, and we have a track record of performance, particularly on the economy. But if the economy works, as President Clinton said once, it's all about economy stupid. If you recall the presidential debate.
And will you be taking over your role again as?
That I'm not sure. Is the prerogative of obviously the leadership and the Prime Minister who would decide who will be the members of his cabinet as well as what will be the portfolios. So I have served record times in Pakistan, and my last tenure is recognized globally that Pakistan became 24th economy, the best economic indicators, etc., etc. So then, if we had not faced all those political sit-ins, 126 days, President of China was delayed for 1 year to visit, 15 months to visit Pakistan. The coal projects were delayed for almost a year and a half. You see, we gave a promise in that 2013 election. I was in charge of the cell as 2002, 2008. And we gave a manifesto and the promise to the 3 E's. What were the 3 E's? We will eliminate the extremism in Pakistan. No government, I repeat, no government, even dictatorial governments, would not take that courage and take actions in the northern area and fight against terrorism. We did. We decided 2014. We brought the commercial activities back to Karachi, peace, because the security situation was so bad and the terrorist attacks were so many that people would just go away from the roads 8 o'clock. We fought that, we brought it back. We said we will eliminate the electricity, the load shedding problem. Pakistan was facing by 2013, when People's Party left, we were facing 18 to 20 hours load shedding in the urban areas and 20 to 22 hours load shedding in the rural areas. We fixed 11,000, added more than 11,000 megawatts of electricity. We completely eradicated. The third was we restored the economy. The macroeconomic unstable country, which was already declared early 2013, will be back as a good reputation on the economic committee of the economies in the world. So we've already became 24th economy with the projection in a few years we will join the G20.
Rather than talking about the past, can you tell me why did you not comment about the fact that the internet went down? The PMLN didn't say anything. The other political parties talked about the fact that there should be open internet on the day when there's a general election. PMLN was silent.
So that's not, listen, you have to see two ways this thing. If you could see when the internet was down or slow, kindly just we can provide you the aggregated data where PMLN stood at that time. We were still the single largest in both Punjab, disregarding independence. I'm emphasizing this, disregarding independence. So, I mean, like all other parties, obviously we were also very keen. We wanted that, I remember 2013, the victory speech was almost before midnight here, 11:23 if I remember correctly at night. Reason, we had clear results in our favor that we counted, and where the lead was extraordinary and there was no chance of reversal of the result. For example, if the 400 political polling station in a constituency, 350 has been received and the lead is phenomenal, we added those and then we were clear with the simple majority. So you see, that's why PMLN leadership